I'm Christine Scazy, and I directed The Steppers, and what made me, and I just want to introduce, before I say anything, I just couldn't say anything without introducing people who were involved. First I want to introduce Elizabeth, who, if I didn't find Elizabeth, this film would have never been completed and edited and beautifully done. And she's over there. And so Ramsey is here, who did sound. And this was a sort of a no-budget situation, relying on friends also. But what I really want to thank is the Steppers, and they're all here, but a number of the women in the film that you met are here, and I want to thank Barbara Taylor. And I want to thank Evelyn Rohan. And I want to thank Glenna Rohan. We have some Steppers here that are not in the film. They joined the Steppers after. And I want to thank them for coming. But my mother had passed away. And I was really I'm a filmmaker, and I was looking for another film to do, and I wanted to do something that was upbeat. And I read about the Steppers in the New York Times, in the Metropolitan section of the New York Times, and I saw these pictures of the Steppers, and that Lois was still involved. So I proceeded to look for Lois, but Lois was not to be found. And we got Barbara Taylor's number. And do you want to tell them what happened, Barbara?
Oh, you came out to the island to see us.
Right.
Roosevelt Island, I believe. We were doing a show there. You came out there to see us perform, and we hit it off, and she started following us around from then on.
So we hit it off, and it was really funny. This one thing is like, I said, oh, I don't know if I'm the appropriate person to do this film, because my husband said, I said, tell her I'm not African American before I go. Tell her I'm Italian. She said, oh, I grew up in Philadelphia, and I know lots, and I'm friendly with lots of Italians. So I didn't want to be like do something that I was inappropriate that made people feel uncomfortable. So that was my first introduction to Barbara, and then we went and hung out for a long time, but Lois never got better. And Lois was the woman who passed away in the film, and so it was like, oh, what's this film going to be? Because I was filming this, she started the group, and it was Lois's group, and then it was what happens, and then I guess what happens is that I started to get to know the woman better, and it wasn't just a film about the Steppers per se, this little dance troupe that was going to be a 10-15 minute film, which was the first cut. But it was a film about people who kept on stepping. Mm-hmm. And I learned people's stories, and I was really inspired, and I didn't want to make a film just about people, the dance troupe. I wanted to make a film that showed a lot about life and the people the people's struggles in terms of living their lives and going on, because I thought that people don't see that very often, and I wanted to make a film that was inspiring and that had people feel like no matter what happens, you need your spirit and you need to give, because that's what these women do. They not only have a community for themselves, but they give to other people in the process and share their joy with other people, and I felt like we needed more of that, show more of that in the world. So. Thank you. Thank you.